the holidays are a wonderful time of year to give thanks, share stories, and give gifts. It can also be a time of year that's going to hit our wallets hard, and it can lead to financial stress. Andy Kemp from Members Credit Union joins us live in the studio. Andy, thanks so much for being here. We're talking holidays. We just went through a holiday. We're already talking Christmas, though, because Christmas can have a big financial impact. It can be stressful because it can be expensive. So how can we avoid that financial stress of the holidays?
Markets like everything. It's hard to think about now. Kids just went back to school, but the holidays are coming, and start early. And that's a theme we use in a lot of things. But if you start now, start putting a little bit away now, then you'll have the money when you come later. Another thing a lot of people do, start buying presents early, right after Christmas, when you have a lot of the sales going on. Buy next year's gifts, buy things for next year, and then you can have them, save them for the next year, and you'll be all set when the holidays come around. It doesn't hit your wallet as hard.
Because we've put that money aside so that when we do actually go out to shop, if we're not quite shopping yet, we know how much we have. It's
absolutely.
We're not having to do that last minute purchase where we spend a little extra.
Absolutely.
And that can lead to a lot of stress and worry.
Absolutely, and that's a lot of people worrying about that over the holidays.
All right. Chances are most of us have done this. You get to about February and you start getting that mail of the credit cards bills coming in.
Correct.
And you swear next year I'm not going to do this. All right. So should we be using our credit cards to do our holiday shopping?
It depends on what you do with your credit cards.
Yeah.
If you pay them off, then it's a fine thing. A lot of credit cards give you reward points for using them.
Right.
Absolutely. Go ahead and get the reward points, but make sure you're paying them off. If you can't pay them off at the end of the year, then it's not the best thing to do.
So if we've started saving now, we'll have that cash set aside. We can pay with our cash. All right. Are there other alternatives other than our credit cards if we want to plan for our holidays?
Absolutely. And it's one thing I do. It's old school.
I know.
It's very old school.
Yeah.
It's the holiday help, or it's the Christmas club or the holiday club, whatever they call it. The different institutions call it different things. But you start putting a little bit aside, $25 a paycheck aside, and all of a sudden at the end of the year you have a few $100, $400 or $500 that you can spend on the holidays, and it makes it a lot less stressful. It's old school, but it works.
I didn't even know they still did this.
It's old school, but it works. We have a lot of people using it.
It's smart thinking, and again, this is kind of maybe a New Year's resolution kind of thing.
Yes.
It's a little late to start for this year.
It is a little late.
But maybe start the new year off and just a little bit. Are people often surprised? Are you surprised when December rolls around just how much you put aside?
It is. At our institution, we give the funds early November, and when it hits into our savings account or checking account, we're like, wow, that's a lot of money all of a sudden, and there we are. We're ready to go get the gifts for the kids.
All right, so I know that some viewers at home are thinking, wow, we're already thinking about the holidays. But it sounds like maybe one of our good approaches is to kind of think about an expense like a holiday expense. Yep. Really early. I mean, have it be always on the tip of our minds.
Always thinking about it, always saving. And it's a common theme we hit on a lot in a lot of these sessions, but yes, save early, save often, and it will help you in the long run.
Do you find that if more people did that budgeting, where they budgeted throughout the year, that they would be a lot happier come February or March when the expenses start to
They always
in?
are. They always are. It takes a lot of stress off, a lot of angst, because then you're heading into the spring season with the spring breaks, and people are trying to figure out how to avoid that. It gets rid of the doldrums of the February weather.
Yeah.
And when you don't have to worry about the money, it's a lot more enjoyable.
And think of how much you'd enjoy spending your tax return not paying off
something
Christmas.
Exactly.
Having some fun.
Exactly.
All right, so check out the Holiday Club. That's a great idea, Andy.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much. It may seem early, but start planning and buying those gifts now, like Andy said. Hard to believe the holidays are just around the corner. Thanks for joining us, Andy.
Thank you.
Kristen, back to you.